So we're doing Q&A on Daniel. My name's Daniel Walsh, or Daniel Bowling Walsh. I guess I kind of just started turning up in the videos, but I'm actually like really good friends with Eric, and we've been good friends for quite a few years. He was a customer at Glitter Center, and we met here. And actually, like, a funny story is that Eric we met in Sweden, and Eric lived in Australia about 5 minutes down the road from me, and we never met. And we lived in the same suburb on the same road, basically, and we never met down there. And then we figured it out all in Sweden, so it was a little bit of a coincidence. It was quite cool. And I've been working at Glitter Center for about 6.5 years, and it's been a great time. I love it here. I'm gonna miss it because I'm going to Australia, back home to Sydney, where I was born, where I have family and some older friends there to work on a book, and I'm gonna do some illustrations because that's what I do. That's my I guess profession, and climbing is kind of like competing against it, and it goes backwards and forwards. I love climbing and I love doing art. I like being physical, but then sometimes I like sitting in front of the computer and painting. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing, and I'm gonna head there for about 2 to 3 months. And we'll see. I guess we'll see how the project goes. It could go a lot faster. I guess it depends on how hard I want to be working full time. And then, yeah, it's been really fun to be on the videos though. So I think when I come back, I'm definitely gonna try to join in again. So we have some questions about tattoos. People want to know a little bit about them because I guess we all have tattoos. Eric, Nikin, and I have tattoos. I have 2 thigh tattoos. The one on the right leg goes quite far up. I have pants on now, so I guess you'll see them in other videos, like parts of them, but the one on the right leg is like a Dalahäst, which is a Swedish iconic sort of symbol or token from Dalarna, which is up north in Sweden. And it kind of just, my mom always had Dalahästs in the house, which are like wooden horses that are carved, and she would bring them back to Australia, and they're kind of like a very ornamental decoration that we would have. And I just remember them very clearly as like a sign of Sweden, and it's kind of like my heritage. And it's framed in, and it has some nice like floral patterning around the sides, and yeah, it's a very like new school traditional sort of style tattoo. And then I have some of my first tattoo is this Radiohead bell. You can see it. It's pretty cool. And I guess that's just because I like Radiohead. There's not much more to that one. And then I have a little cactus from my trip in Texas. Actually, my dad is from Texas. He's from Dallas. He was born in Hawaii, lives in Arlington, Texas. So I went to visit him about 6 or 7 months ago and got this tattoo, and I guess that's just a sign of my Texan background. I have a little pair of climbing shoes down here. Also very cool, very small. Maybe you can just barely see them. I think they look like Team 510s, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah. And then I have a little slice of lime or lemon. You see it? Right there. And I'm very spontaneous with these tattoos. I just like the style, I like the placement, and I think they compositionally look really interesting on a body. So when I see people with tattoos, I think it's really nice when they kind of like spread out and like little ones every here and there. Yeah. So that's what I'm going for.
Cheers, man. Alright. What are we talking about? We're gonna do tattoos. But I guess a couple questions. A lot of people seem to ask why I'm climbing with the women's solutions. And I guess that's because the fit is narrower, so it fits me a lot better. It's a little bit more sensitive, and also like the pink camo is the baddest of the ass. That doesn't work. I really like it though. The pink camo is quite badass. And then the other one is how do I climb in skinny jeans all the time? And it's just like the extra skinniness just gives me that 10% send power. It's good, but they're also super stretchy, so it works out. I guess it's the only one that we saw. And then I guess we're talking about our tattoos. And so I've got, I don't know if you've seen it in the videos, but I have like a little airplane on my back left shoulder. And I know I've always liked flying and kind of flight related things. So that was a little bit of a simplification, a little bit of an embodiment of that. and that was the kind of the first one that I got. And then recently, before I came to Sweden, I got this one. And story behind that, it wasn't super well done, which I'm kind of bummed about. But since origami, it's all made from the same sheet of paper. So for me, it was like a visual reminder that no matter where I'm in life, I can always just kind of unwrap it and it'll go back to square one. And then I can make it into whatever I want, kind of like origami. And then more recently, I kind of got, should I show them it? The other new one?
Yeah.
More recently, I got this one on my stomach. And I guess I got that one after coming here and was like really missing the mountains and kind of a lot of the outdoorsy stuff that came along with it. So I got that as just like a little bit of a reminder of why I like to be in the mountains and where I came from in Colorado. And it was just a design that I drew up, so I really enjoyed that as well. But definitely planning on getting a fair amount more. I'm actually have an appointment for next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Super excited about. But yeah, pass the torch over to Eric.
Alright, he was born ready, so there we go.
Alright, so Nicken gave us a bit of insight into his past and present and future, I suppose. So he will come back, he says. I promise. He promised that he will come back. I hope so.
You're talking about Nicken or me?
Yeah, you said Nicken.
You
I
said
did?
Nicken, yeah.
Haha, sorry. Me and Dad had like a power nap before we came here. We both got home, like out of like he's been in town. We're like rarely in town, so we both like, oh goddamn, walking around. We're not used to that. And we also like got a lot of questions about tattoos, and I think getting into that topic is interesting because it's like it's big decisions for most people. So I kind of wanted to kind of tell Daniel. I wanted Daniel to tell kind of why he makes tattoos and why Nicken makes them, and they both kind of don't seem to have any big decisions behind them. They kind of they feel it's right and then they go with it. For me, it's I was a bit different because I've grown up with tattoos. In my dad has like 40 tattoos. My mom has like 5, I think. So it's like something I always wanted to make. But as everything in life, when you have to make like big decisions, you usually overthink them. You think like the bad scenario would be like terrible, and the good scenario would be like amazingly good. And it's never like really live up to those expectations. I've just been throughout the years been thinking about it too much. Like, it's good to think through your decisions, but you shouldn't be thinking through them so much that you become like passive about it. So you don't have the courage to make the decision. So one night Nicken had shown me a book with sketches, and I just opened up that book, and in that sketch I saw the tiger that I have on my arm, like a samurai tiger, and it just looked badass from the second I saw it. And I kind of, in that moment, it kind of hit me because I knew I wanted tattoos, and I was nearly ready, but I was afraid of making that like last kind of step in my decision. And seeing that tattoo, I knew like, oh well, I will think like samurai tigers are cool when I'm 60. So yeah, and now honestly, like people say like, oh man, when you get like 1 to 2, you want like 100 more of them. But for me, it's more, yeah, I got 1 tattoo. It's not like, it's no big deal. It's not bad. It's not like great. Like it's nothing. It's just like it's on my body now, and I made a decision about it. And as people know with tattoos, they kind of like just fade away in your own kind of mind. Like you don't think about them, and the people around you don't think about them so much. It's just new people, but once they're kind of not new people anymore, they won't think about it either. So it's like you have make these like big decisions based on what you will think about it in a short window of time, and what other people think about it in a short window of time. But after a longer period of time, it all fades out. Like people get used to it, you get used to it. It's not that big of a deal. But obviously you should think it through, like your decisions. So I guess that's why I made like a tattoo. And I think it's like, yeah, it's a good lesson. Think through your decisions, but like don't take it too far. So yeah, I guess that is kind of ending the Q&A. But I'm gonna go home now and then edit this video and upload it. And then after that we're gonna go out, and then we're gonna do the vlog thing when we have kind of like the goodbye party of Daniel, and also the celebration of 5,000 subscribers. So that should be really fun, because I haven't really done like a proper vlog. Woo! Woo! So I'm psyched. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow then with the vlog. Bye!
Bum, 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 bum.